Namaste. Welcome to a Mother's Day Mothering Yourself class, a gentle class to help you calm down and relax. So you might want to have a bolster or put your legs up a wall if you can, and rest one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Today's class is celebrating all mothers in the world, but also that mother that resides within each of us. As you breathe in, slowly feel the belly rise on your inhale and then the chest rise. As you exhale, feel the chest go down and then the belly. Just focus now on your breath. Inhaling, belly, chest rises. Exhale, chest, belly comes down. Feel the comforting rhythm of your own breath. Diane Ross will help us get ourselves into that place for today's class with her writing, Love Yourself So You Can Love Others. One of the most important things you can do is love yourself. It sounds simple, and it is, but sometimes it's not easy. There is a difference between self-love and selfish love. It's imperative that you love yourself, because only you know yourself on a level that requires unconditional love. Only you know your inner self, your foibles, your inadequacies, and your character defects. What you can learn to love yourself, when you can learn to love yourself in spite of all your less than stellar qualities, you can learn to love others. That's why cultivating self-love is crucial. Self-love opens the energetic centers, and it allows universal love to freely flow through you. Feel how light your legs feel as you slowly begin to bring your knees in towards your chest. Hugging your knees in, let your low back round and feel that stretch. Maybe move your head gently from side to side, massaging your neck as well. In today's class, we're focusing on the heart and learning to be loving, kind to ourselves. If you're near that wall, you might rest your feet on the wall at about 90 degrees or step onto the floor for supported bridge. Allow your knees to fall together. At any time, move around, fidget, and wiggle. Feel your body wanting to relax. Avoid gripping. Simply be soft here, practicing that self-love. Tell yourself thank you for making the time to practice today. Thank you for loving yourself. A mother loves us. She knows our flaws, but she loves us unconditionally. Her love is greater than any flaws we might think we have. And today, we're celebrating that idea of unconditional love, giving love without expectation. Slowly allow yourself to roll over on one side into the fetal pose, and if you had a support under you, move it to the side. This pose represents when we were in the womb, nourished, protected, and loved, safe. Allow that womb of safety to surround you now. If you have a prayer, blessing, or mantra, repeat it slowly to yourself as you begin to set up. As you come up, feel how good your body feels. Allow one leg to be in front of the other in mermaid legs, and sit your bolster or pillows or blanket at your side. Then slowly pulling that towards you, begin to Adjust yourself so that you feel comfortable. I like to use a bolster. If you are fortunate enough to have a bolster, turn it sideways next to your hip, and we'll get ready to lay down over the bolster. Blanket, pillows, or block, or whatever you might have. Rest that support underneath your underarm along your bottom rib cage, making sure that this is safe for your body. The top arm can rest on your head, and your head can rest on the bottom bicep. If you need to, adjust your legs so that you feel comfortable. I like to have an additional support under my head so my head feels safe, my neck feels good. Then once you're in position in this lateral bend, opening up your side body, allow yourself to relax and let go. Feel each breath expanding your top rib cage. The ribs protect our heart and our lungs in our physical body. When those ribs become tight, it makes it difficult to breathe and our heart feels congested. Just practice here as you rest, allowing the top rib cage to expand up and down slowly. Imagine you could breathe directly into your heart from the side of your body like the gills of a fish. Breathe that clean, pure air right into the space around your heart center. Feel as if it was caressing your heart. Repeat loving words to yourself, a prayer, mantra, poem, or affirmation that brings you inspiration, and feel the vibration of those positive loving words surrounding you and cleansing and purifying your heart each time you repeat them. Nothing else matters right now, just you resting, breathing, and loving yourself like a mother would. Slowly allow your top arm to begin to drift up lightly, light like a feather. Feel that arm as it begins to make any organic movements you want. Maybe it wants to bend or wiggle the fingers. Then let it land at your side and use it as a kickstand to slowly come away from the floor so that you don't apply any pressure to your head or neck. As you come off of your support with your head, the bottom hand can reach up to the top ear and press the head against the hand to give yourself a nice neck stretch here all down the side. Then no hurries, start to sit up when it feels right to you. Moving as slow as you'd like, maybe slow as molasses. Come into all fours over your support And then shake out your legs. They're always tight. Move them around. They probably want to play here. They were folded up. So just let those legs move around. Walk around on your mat. Allow your body to wake up from that deep, restful pose. And then, without creating too much commotion, we'll do the same pose on the other side. So very slowly, taking time, come into mermaid legs with one foot stacked in front of the other, or whatever works best for you with that top leg. Make sure there's no pressure, and then allow your head to rest on the bottom arm, reaching that top arm overhead. If this is too intense for your neck, find that extra pillow and place that under your head. Wiggle and fidget and get yourself comfortable. You don't want to be uncomfortable this whole time. And then allow yourself to settle in and relax. If you can, turn your head to look up a little under that top underarm and say some nice, sweet, loving words to yourself as you get settled and relax and let go. Close the eyes. Drop inside. Go back to our meditation of breathing into the heart. I love you. I love you, body. I love you. I love you, heart. It's time to rest and renew. I love you, body. I love you. I love you like a mother would. If your mind starts to think random thoughts, go back to focusing on feeling your heart beating. What could be more important than just the beating of your heart? Om, Om, Om. I love you, body. I love you. Nothing else matters right now other than my body healing and feeling good. That's the only thing that matters right now. Just my body relaxing here and letting go. Diane Ross says, self-love opens your energetic centers and allows universal love to flow freely through you. The lack of self-love creates blocks in these energy centers and prevents the free flow of energy through you, of divine love through you. Begin to love yourself by focusing on one aspect of yourself that you enjoy. Focus on anything about yourself that you appreciate. What is one aspect or characteristic you value about yourself? Honor that aspect. Allow that honor to grow. This establishes integrity. Integrity is simply holding yourself in high esteem. As you raise your arms, think about what that means, holding yourself in high esteem. Let that arm move around. It might be totally different than your other arm. And then creating a kickstand, gently lift up off of your support. Bottom hand finds the top ear. Then press your head gently into the hand, feeling that stretch along your neck. Take your time and see how your head wants to move as you start to come up away from your support underneath you. Feel how how good you feel right now. As you swing your legs around and come to a seated pose, we'll rest our hands and our heart. Om Namaste. Slowly move your props to the side if they're in your way, and then get comfortable. Maybe you want to sit on that block or blanket and allow your hands to come back to your heart. My guru gave me the name of Shanti, which means peace. 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 Find peace in your heart today. Slowly, when ready, take that bolster and we'll get ready for our next long held pose. So bring that bolster over to the side, or blankets or blocks or whatever you have, and we're going to sit it up against the bottom bolster, blanket or block, so that it makes about a 45-degree angle and it'll be able to support your spine. And we're going to be near a wall if possible, so you want to have your mat close to the wall as we get ready to lay down. Take your time, there's no hurry here. If you feel like having another support, find that other support with you, maybe something that you want to hug onto. So for this I have my couch cushion. So no reasons to not have support. You can find stuff around your house that you want to use. Now this stretch is a very intense stretch and it's not for everybody. So use caution. If it's okay with your low back, we're going to lay down on our belly, make sure our upper body is comfortable, and then place your shins on that 45-degree angle. As always, only do what's safe for you. Once you get into this position, it becomes comfortable and less intense. Maybe you want to turn your head to one side, or maybe instead of using a bigger bolster, you'd like to use some blocks. I'm using the blocks, and this will allow my head to touch the floor and have a gentle stretch in my neck. But for my neck, I need a softer surface, so I'm going to use that couch pillow again. And it's okay to be uncomfortable in these stretches because they're not our normal stretches. So let yourself fidget, wiggle, move around until you get comfortable, but you're never going to be 100% comfortable in these poses. So try not to spend too much time doing that. Find out what works for you, and then when available, allow yourself to sink into the support and give yourself the gift of becoming still and just settling in. Now once you are there, you should be able to feel your heart beating against the support. Focus on your heart beating. It's okay to move around with your neck, trying to find the right position for you. And then once you get into that okay position, let's remember that we're here to nourish, love, and protect our body today and ourselves. Remember that aspect of yourself that you liked, that you found, that you appreciate, or characteristic that you value about yourself, and just reflect, honor that aspect of yourself, that you appreciate. Focus on that attribute of yours and allow your feeling of honor and love to grow. Kick your feet like a little kid, tapping your toes, not too hard, but just enough to stimulate some blood. Swing your legs around like when we were kids watching TV, laying on the floor. Check out your knees, see what they need. Let them wiggle and play. Be a little kid. Forget for a while that you're a grown-up. Just find that little kid, playful self aspect of yourself. And then slowly using both hands, pushing away from the floor, we'll slide up to that bolster and then push ourselves back a little bit. You could also have a rolled up blanket underneath your pelvis for a supported cobra. We'll place our arms down and shins on the mat floor, palms down. Your feet can rest on either side of that bolster that was behind you. And you press your hips lightly into the bolster for supported sphinx. Then slowly begin to come into a tiny back bend. Let your head drop here and allow the chin to gently move side to side, finding a nice gentle massage in the back of your neck. Take your time. Feel how good it feels just to be soft with yourself today. Forgetting about our to-do list and our agenda and all of our grown-up responsibilities. Nodding your head yes a few times, maybe slower than I'm going. And then when ready, we'll start to slowly roll off of our support. Move your yoga toys away from you and swinging your legs back around. We'll find that top leg just tucked gently over the bottom leg at about the ankle if that works for you, or wherever's comfortable for your legs. And then we'll lay down towards the bolster. So as you come down, let your arms frame the 45-degree angle bolster. Now some people can turn their head away from their knees, if that's okay with your neck and your spine. And then immediately drop into that support under you. That's not going to work for my neck, so it's better for my neck if I look in the direction of the knees. Now the body's temptation is to pull away, to hold back, but I encourage you, let's take a breath. And allow that bolster underneath you to support you and hold you, maybe even hug it in tight. There comes a point where we have to leave the nest. That mother figure, whoever it was, whether it was our biological mother or not, irregardless of their gender, that person that loved and protected you, at one point has to encourage us to head out on our own. And then it becomes our responsibility to love, care, nourish, and protect ourselves. We learn how to become our own mother. Let yourself mother yourself now. Focus again on that attribute you love about yourself. The mind's job is to worry and plan and keep you safe by problem solving. But in yoga, we learn a technique called the witness perspective. When you notice your mind doing its old habit of worrying, try to take a breath, the most powerful tool in yoga. Then step back from those thoughts, the monkey mind thoughts, and instead focus on something that you find as an attribute or a quality that you love about yourself. And that will lead us to honor. When you find honor, allow your own honor to grow. This establishes integrity. Integrity, holding yourself in high esteem. As you hold yourself in high esteem as a lovable being, your love begins to grow. Allow that love to grow now. You deserve this. Very slowly waking yourself up, start to bring that top leg up and just clamshell it a few times, allowing it to move slowly back and forth, and gently begin to push yourself away from the floor without creating too much commotion. Take your time. And swing your legs around and then kick both legs out. And you might want to sit on the edge of that bolster, which will let your pelvis fold forward at about 45 degrees. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, slowly reach past your feet. Forget about your feet as you start to head forward, and use your breath. That angle should open up your hamstrings a little deeper from behind. And now remember, we're not trying to pull or push on our hamstrings. We're taking our time and going slow. Moving slowly down those legs. No bouncing, just breathing. Allow each exhale to take you a little deeper. And a little deeper. Then let your back round when you get to the place where you can't go any further. Take your time and slowly come up and swing your legs around to one side for the other side. Same posture on the other side. Turn to face your bolster, and then once you start to lay down on that bolster, get comfortable and drop right back in where you were before. Close your eyes if they're not. The ocular nerve drains our brain. When you close the eyes, you can feel more. Go back to this honoring a part of yourself, which leads us to integrity and holding yourself in high self-esteem. And this allows your love to grow. And as your love grows for yourself, it grows for others. That's why loving ourselves is so important. We can't love others until we learn to love ourselves. Really let your body become heavy, heavy with relaxation, tender. Feel free to move anytime you want to, explore different places with your neck, and then get back into just being soft and relaxing, letting go. What could be more important than you just learning how to love yourself? Start to slowly wake your body up and keep that feeling around you. Allow your top leg to move a little side to side. Begin to gently push yourself away from the floor. And swing your legs around, taking your time, trying not to hurry. And we'll sit the bolsters over to the other side. Again, shake out your legs, get some blood flowing back down your legs and into your feet. Slowly swinging your legs around to the side. We're getting ready to lay back down on that bolster. So we want to make sure it's nice and supported. Blocks are good, or I have my meditation cushion, which is full of rice. Move that to the side. Get whatever you need around you. I like to use arm rests because of my neck. This makes my neck feel better. If you have any essential oils, you might want to use some of that. I'm not playing music for legal reasons. Maybe you've had some soft music on in the background. And we'll come into a supported cobbler's pose. So make sure that you have some support for your knees if your hips are really tight, or like I said, I like to put them under my arms so my neck doesn't get too much pressure. When you lay the head back, if your neck is arched too far back, you might want to put another towel or a little blanket underneath your neck to support your head. Then bringing the feet together, let your knees gently sway side to side and feel that on the front side of the body. With our head slightly back, we're also opening our throat, feeling that stretch down the whole front seam of our body, through our heart, all the way through the middle of our pelvis. We're opening all the chakras, all the energy centers that might be blocked, and we're encouraging that energy to move up, up and out, up and out. Feel that energy as it purifies you, moving up and out. With each breath, imagine that you're drawing that energy up up, up and out, up and out. A lot of times we get a block, we don't even know it's there. Emotions, dealing with our family and friends like to hide in our hips. Any issues we have with our gender hides in our pelvis, as our role as a man or woman, mother, father, son, daughter. Try to pull that energy up to your navel, your solar plexus, where we digest what has happened to us in life or what is happening. I like to rest my head in my hands to facilitate this chest opening, this heart opening. Our heart center is where we either learn to give and receive love, or we become blocked and we don't have that capacity to give and receive unconditional love anymore. Try to open your heart as you breathe here. Anatomically, the best position for deep breathing. Pull that energy up to your throat, where we communicate through the throat chakra our wants, needs, and desires. Allow all that energy to move up to your third eye, your seat of wisdom and intuition. Stay there for as long as you'd like. You can pause the video if you want, or start to come up slowly and move around. Take your time, don't hurry. Stay there in that position if you can. When you do decide to get up, move your legs around. Whenever you do, doesn't have to be right now. Shake your hands, shake your legs, shake your arms. Get some energy going in your body. Tell yourself you love yourself. Move, shake, 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 shake it off. Be like a little kid. And once you feel like you've moved around, maybe coming onto all fours and gently swaying side to side, or looking left and right, or kicking your legs out. Then we'll rearrange our bolster and support system again and prepare ourselves for our next pose. Shake, shake, shake. The hardest part of my job is getting adults to move around and act like little kids. There's a 6-year-old that lives inside of you, and he or she used to have no problem running around and playing. And do whatever your body needs to do to prepare for wrapping up our practice today. Maybe you want to do some lateral leans. Just go with whatever your body wants. No one can see you, so feel free to be spontaneous. Maybe a down dog. Feels good to shake out your legs. Let your head sway side to side. As adults, we forget to play. We forget to jump. We forget to be silly and move for absolutely no reason. But animals and children don't have that problem. They just move whenever they need to move. They cry when they need to cry. They don't have that adult filter which makes us stop. So choose how you want to get ready to start to wrap up. Make sure your environment is peaceful and quiet. You won't be disturbed. Take a few deep breaths and then allow yourself to begin to move slowly into a seated pose. Maybe sitting on the edge of your bolster, so that your hips are open and the knees are below. Inhale, reach those arms overhead for a big stretch, like you just got some good news and you're throwing your arms up in the air. Then slowly bring your hands down to your knees and round your back like a kitty cat. Inhale, begin to look up, opening underneath that chin, opening that heart again. Exhale, round. Inhale, both arms reach up to the sky, look up. Exhale, namaste. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, find an easy twist. You can always change your legs around if this doesn't work for you. One hand on your knee, one hand on the floor behind you. Inhale to rise. Exhale, namaste. Slowly find your twist to the other side. It's not our biggest twist ever. Inhale, slowly come back up, and exhale back to the center. If you were sitting on something, allow it to move out of the way, and then swing those legs out and kick them around. Then bring the other leg in front. Inhale, reach up tall. A lateral lean again, opening up that space in between our ribs so we can breathe deeper. Inhale, rise. Exhale, other side. Inhale, rise. And place one hand behind your back, patting yourself on the back. You can reach around behind you and find the fingers from below if available. And gently pull down as you stretch the back of your arm and open your shoulder here. Let that arm move around in some small organic movements. Then inhale, reach tall. Exhale, other hand pats you on the back for a job well done. Pull that arm from above or reach behind you if you can and clasp those fingers. Feels good to open your shoulder. Let yourself sway gently side to side. And then hug both knees into your chest, giving yourself a big squeeze, and then rounding down, forehead towards your knees. Just let your back soften. And again, move freely. I call it fidgeting and wiggling, anytime you want to move. As we sit up, we'll extend our legs away as wide as they'll go for the wide-legged splits, but the purpose isn't to try to get on the ground. Walk your hands slowly forward. Each breath takes us a little bit further forward. You could have that support in front of you. I love coming into a supported wide-legged forward fold, which takes out the pressure in your low back. As long as you feel comfortable, I like holding my head like the thinker. If your neck lets you, you could turn one ear to one side. And then let yourself be energetic. Press through the feet, flex the toes towards you. Take a big breath in. Exhale, softened and round. Now we're opening the chakras on the back of our body. So the chakras on the back of the body are our entry point to these energy centers. Take your time if you want to. Slowly sit up. Move your bolster or support out to the side and come into a soft back bend. Swinging your legs around down your mat. Begin to slowly recline, lowering down. Take your time. Find something that you can put underneath your legs. Rest the head on a pillow. If you have a low back concern, putting your support under your knees is really nice. And then immediately drop into stillness. Then, while you're there, see if your body needs anything else today. Maybe it needs you to wiggle your toes, your ankles want to move around. I love you, feet. Thank you for all the places you've carried me in my life since I learned to walk. And thank you to my mom for helping me take those first few steps together. And there's nothing sweeter than Shavasana. Allow yourself to find this long, deep, restful Shavasana, letting go. You deserve this time here to soften and relax. And as you do so, think about how you can love yourself. What are ways that you could love yourself with that unconditional love? What are ways that you can nourish yourself? How can you protect yourself? And we can't mother ourselves or anybody else until we learn self-love without judgment. Swami Kripalu says the highest form of spiritual practice is self-observation without judgment. As you rest here, practice not judging yourself. Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasurma jyotirgamaya, mrityormamritam gamaya. May your practice tonight have led you from darkness to light, from time-bound thinking to immortality. And from untruth to truth. I thank you for connecting with me tonight, and I hope in some small way that I have served you or helped you this evening. May peace descend upon the planet and begin in our neighborhoods and in our own hearts. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Hi, I'm Yogi Troy Cox. I've been practicing meditation and teaching yoga for 20 years. My yoga teacher, Amrit Desai, says that yoga is popular, but what's popular is not yoga. I like to emphasize the fact that safety first is important in any new endeavor, and particularly in yoga. You should make sure that your yoga teacher is qualified and certified and has been practicing teaching many different types of bodies and students so that you are practicing safe yoga under their guidance. Safety first. Pay attention to your body and listen to it. I come from a lineage of teachers who believe in yoga postures. They follow and approach the idea that the body should lead you into the postures. Your body's never wrong. It'll never lead you astray. Your body wants you to be healthy and safe. Listen to your body when practicing yoga. So find me online. You can Google Yogi Troy, check out my website or Facebook, give me a call, and let me teach you safe yoga. I've taught yoga around the world, and I'd love to teach safe yoga to you.